Okay, now we're going to do some equations that involve E and Ln. A couple of easy ones and a couple of slightly more tricky ones, but nothing you haven't done before really in C2. Okay, so the only thing that we need to remember in all of these equations is that E and Ln are inverse pairs, so if we want to get rid of an E, we take a Ln, and that will just give us whatever the power of E is, the simple definition of logarithms. Okay, so we're going to start off with this one. So we want to eliminate the E, so we're going to take Ln of both sides, so we just get left with 14 minus 3x on the left-hand side is Ln of 170. So 3x is going to be 14 minus Ln 170, and x is going to be a third of that, so third of 14 minus Ln 170. Stick that into your calculator and you'll get x is 2.95 to 2 decimal places. Okay, similarly on this one we need to eliminate the Ln, so we take both sides, put both sides to the power of e, so the left hand side just becomes 6 minus 3x and the right hand side e to the minus 3. Okay, so 3x is going to be 6 minus e to the minus 3 and x a third of 6 minus e to the minus 3 into your calculator, and you'll find that that one comes to 1.98 to 2 decimal places. Okay, these two are slightly more difficult than the first ones, but not much, nothing you haven't already met in C2. Sorry, I was just trying to make that one a bit more clear. Okay, right, so this one is a quadratic in e to the x. So I'm just going to put everything to the left-hand side. So we've got 4e to the 2x plus 3e to the x minus 1 equals 0. So we could think of that as 4y squared plus 3y minus 1 equals 0, where y equals e to the x. You can do that if you want to, or you can just go straight for factorising from the original. Either way, whether you do that and then replace the y with e to the x or not, you end up with 4 e to the x minus 1 multiplied by e to the x plus 1. Okay, if you multiply those brackets out, you can check that and see if you get back to the original. So we've got two possible solutions or potential solutions. From the first bracket, e to the x is a quarter, and from the second bracket, e to the x is minus 1. Now, one of those potential solutions is not valid because we can't have e to the x is minus 1. That doesn't give us a solution because e to the x is always positive. But the other one, we can take logs of both sides, so we'll have x is Ln of a quarter. You can just stick it into your calculator, but I'll just point out that that's also equal to minus Ln of 4. If you think about that quarter as 4 to the minus 1, you can bring the minus 1 down. Stick it into your calculator. You can stick it in at the first stage. You don't need to do this, but I was just making a point. So stick it into your calculator and you'll find you get 1.39. That's the solution to that one. Okay, if we look at this number 4, we're going to use our C2 log rules again, and we're going to put the logs on one side to start with. So log of x plus 1 minus log of x equals 4. Remember these two, log of a minus log of b is log of a over b, so we've got Ln of x plus 1 over x is equal to 4. We need to get rid of the Ln because we just want x plus 1 over x, so that's going to be e to the 4. Multiplying through by x, we'll have x plus 1 is e to the 4x, and then we'll take all our x's over to the right-hand side, so that's x times e to the 4 minus 1, that's equal to 1, so x is going to be 1 over e to the 4 minus 1. Stick it into your calculator and you'll see that 0.018 to 2 significant figures. Okay, that's all.